Hi everyone, in this video I'd like to show you how to set up a poll for a session. So I've already created a meeting, so I'll go to test polling. So the key is you can only add a poll once you have already scheduled a meeting. So here's the meeting that I've scheduled. I will go to the very bottom and I will add a poll question here. Let's say my first question is favorite flavor of ice cream. Answers can be chocolate, vanilla, other. And then I'll add another question, and this can be, so keep in mind the last question was a single choice question, so someone could not have chosen vanilla and chocolate, etc. We can now make a multiple choice question where students are able to choose multiple of the options. You can ask what what are your hobbies? And here we can have reading, video games. What other hobbies do kids have? Sports, etc. Or we'll throw another in here. So this question will allow students to pick multiple things if they have more than one hobby. So once this is done, I can keep adding more questions, but I'll go ahead and hit save. So I have 2 questions in this poll, and now let's go ahead and start this meeting. Once we start the meeting, you'll see the option to give those poll questions. So let's say we're in the middle of the meeting and now I'd like to poll my participants. Again, in this video, I don't have any participants in this Zoom meeting, but I can still show you how this would go. So I'll go ahead and click polling, and then I will launch poll. So this is going to allow students to answer both question 1 and question 2 simultaneously. So I can give them as long as I want. Basically, there's a timer up here. So let's say I plan to give the students at least a minute to answer this. I'll wait for a minute to go by. For now, I'm just going to go ahead, and as the students are voting, you'll see these numbers update. So you can also tell, like, let's say there are 10 students in your class. Once you have at least 10 votes under each of these questions, you also know that all the students have participated. So now we'll go ahead and end poll. Now this gives me, I see the results here, but Zoom gives me an option to share results. Let's say I want all my participants to see what the results were, or I can relaunch poll 1. Let's say something went wrong and I'd like to set up the poll again. I can relaunch it, or I can hit share results. And then you can leave these up for a while. You can discuss things. And then once you know that the students have seen the results, you can go ahead and stop sharing. All right, and then we'll exit out of the poll. So this is how you can set up and run a poll during your Zoom class. I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments.